What's going on, meat freaks? Thanks for stopping by the Mother Porkers Barbecue channel. I'm Jared. I'm back with you on a solo backyard barbecue today. Today we're going to knock out some chicken quarters, and we're going to use two different types of spices on them. Well, they're kind of the same. They're both Cajun rubs. One of them from Weber, easily available anywhere, and then one from Code 3 Spices, based out of Collinsville, Illinois, which is about 25 minutes from St. Louis. So let's get these chicken quarters. Let's go ahead and get them oiled and seasoned up. You guys saw I have the Weber kettle going today. So it's a real backyard type barbecue. I got some applewood splits on there. Should be delicious, and we're going to cook it about 250, 275. So first things first, let's get this chicken ready. Alright guys, here's our chicken quarters. I've gone ahead and I've trimmed them up a little bit. Got all the excess fat off of them, and a little bit of bone that was sticking out on a couple of them. So we're going to go ahead, like I was saying, we're going to use the Code 3 on two of them actually, so that the wife can try one, and then we're going to use Weber on the other. Give them a taste comparison. If anybody was wondering why the water looked yellow that I put in the drip pan, it's because I had the applewood split soaking in it. So that's why the water's yellow. Anyway, let's turn our attention back to the chicken. Here's some extra virgin olive oil. Let me go ahead and get this rub cracked. Oops, makes a mess. It's a brand new bottle. That smells awesome. Alright. Go ahead and put a little olive oil on each one, rub them up, just to make the rub stick a little bit. You could use whatever you like to make your rub stick as a binder. On chicken, I prefer olive oil. Helps to go ahead and crisp that skin up a little bit. Skin probably won't be completely bite through. I've not gone ahead and scraped any subcutaneous fat off of it. Like I said, this is true backyard style. We're just knocking them out today. So there we go. Wind's blowing on me today too. I'm going to put it on pretty liberally and just kind of wipe it around. This always happens to me with new bottles too of rub. They come out like crazy. There we go. There's one. Try not to cross-contaminate the rubs. Like most rubs, I would think that we'd be able to tell pretty much right away, just by color, which one is which. We'll see. Everything I've had from the Code 3 Spice guys has been really good. The barbecue sauces have been great. I really like the Patriot sauce that has the spicy. Here's the Weber. Should have just enough rub to get this one done. I'm more cautious with it because I don't have a full bottle of this. It even smells different. I can't quite explain why, but there's some similar profile there, but not exactly the same. And I got one little bald spot here. There we go. Seasoned up. Let's toss them on the grill. Alright, the grill's ready to go. I've already gone ahead and sprayed the opposite side of the coals right over the drip pan here. I've already gone and sprayed that with a little bit of olive oil, keep everything from sticking. This is the Weber seasoned. And then the Code 3 spices. Like that. And you guys might be, wondering why the grate's the wrong way. You normally have the handles on the other side. I forgot, and it's already heated up, and I'm not worried about it because if I put more wood on it, I can actually go right between the slits of the grate. So, things happen. I was more worried about drinking the beer. Let's toss this back up here. We'll check on this in about half hour, 45 minutes. Beer 30 with a mother porker. So, you may be wondering why YouTube needed another barbecue channel or a cooking channel. It didn't. We just thought it'd be fun. We like to have fun, myself and my team. My team's not here today, unfortunately, but we really have a good time doing the barbecue competitions right around the St. Louis area. We like to get together and cook and make your mom jokes, which is where the mother porkers thing came from. We've been doing this to each other for over 20 years now, so it was kind of a fitting and fun name. So don't take offense to anything, obviously it's just tongue-in-cheek, we're just having a good time. The other reason is it gives me an excuse to get out there and continue to practice my skills, continue to learn my different cookers, of which I have an ugly drum, I have a vertical offset, I have a Weber that you guys saw, I have an electric smoker, which was my first smoker. It still works fine. I pretty much just use that right around the holidays to do turkeys and ducks and stuff like that, things that I wanted to go for a long time, and it's cold outside and I can kind of put it at the edge of my garage and I don't worry about anything getting caught on fire. So it's kind of one of those set and forget. Yeah, it's pretty much just an oven with a smoke feature, but you know what, it's got its place. I've also got a Brinkmann offset smoker, a barrel type. And I got that off of Craigslist for $10, and I bought it for one purpose. My wife loves brisket, and if I'm going to do brisket, I want to do it Texas-style brisket. None of my cookers can really accommodate a full packer brisket. And for $10, and I can weld, and a buddy of mine has a shop, I'm going to go ahead and take that over there. I bought the plate for it actually today. I bought some 1/8" plate to make a baffle and tuning plates, and then I bought some 3-inch round tubing to replace the stack that's on there so I can get it to go all the way down to the grate level. That way you get a good flow and the smoke really has to cross over. And I got some angle iron to prop the lid up so that there's not gaps, so we'll get a nice tight seal. It's never going to be a Yoder Wichita, ever. It's not even going to be an Oklahoma Joe. But for $10, and I have $60 in the steel and a few hours of my time, and I got to sand down the firebox, the little bit of rust that's on it, and I'm going to go ahead and season it. Thanks to Roy Cooks. Troy is the one who kind of said he didn't really paint his firebox. He just seasoned it with oil, just like you do a cast iron skillet, and then I'll put a fresh coat of paint on the body of the smoker itself, and that way I can do brisket with it. Or if we have a big cook, a big get together, something like that, and I only want to fire up one particular cooker, which is not like me, but just saying, if the opportunity came up, I could go ahead and just fire up that offset and be able to cook a lot of food on it and different temperature zones, and so that would work out really, really well. I think I'm going to build another drum at some point. The UDS I have is great, but it is a European spec barrel, and it kind of gets in the way of some of the accessories and things like the hinge that I put on there. I got to do some special bolts. I'll probably still keep that one, but I think I'm going to build another one, and I might do it out of stainless steel just because I need some practice doing TIG welding instead of MIG welding, which TIG usually is kind of like soldering. Anyway, people aren't welders, they don't really care. But I'll show everyone how I do that, and then we'll definitely get into some brewing videos. We've been home brewers for years, and I actually brew professionally. That's what I do for a living. So, which is, thus the beard and the outfit, and despite the fact that you see us drinking all different kinds of beer, craft, home brew, pro brew, even light lager, depends on the weather. It's, from the time we started our channel, it's been almost 100 degrees every single day. We started in the middle of July, and it's just now August the 3rd. So it's really hot outside, and you know what? We drink lighter beers in the summer. I'm a seasonal drinker, despite what I do for a living. I'm not going to drink an Imperial Stout outside while I'm barbecuing. It's just not me. If it's you, good on you. I can't do it. So today I've got a Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona. I've been lucky enough to go to Hawaii, and I've gone to the Kona Brewery And for those of you who are, purists and go, oh well, Kona's partially owned by the Craft Brewers Alliance, which is partially owned by Anheuser-Busch, there's nothing I can do about that. Us craft brewers, we fight the good fight to put good beer in people's hands. But a lot of beers have their place, and you know what? This reminds me of my honeymoon, and it's great on a hot summer day. It's brewed with some Galaxy hops. It's a little citrusy. I really like it, and for a day when it's this hot, it kind of hits the spot. If I don't want to drink a PBR or a Stag or a Busch or something like that. And right now I don't actually have any home brew on tap. I've been too busy doing it for a living, and sometimes I don't like to take that part home with me. This became my hobby. Barbecuing really became my hobby. So let's cheers. It's good. It's really, really good. So thanks guys for sticking in and watching the videos. Please go ahead and hit subscribe and continue to watch all the other channels that have gone to influence myself and our team to do our own barbecue videos. Go over to T. Roy Cooks, go over to Aim 'em and Claim 'em Smokers, go over to Daddy Cooks, check out Kirby Q, check out Bad Beast Barbecue, check out Ballistic Barbecue. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of different people, and I apologize, but all of those folks do really great videos, and they were instrumental in showing how to do a video correctly, as far as how much you want to see of the person, how much you want to see of the food, is the audio good, is the video good, things like that. So be sure and check all those folks out and subscribe to them, and please, subscribe to us. We're going to continue to do competition cooking videos. We'll get into some homebrew stuff. I'll show you guys, my rebuild of my smoker, my drum smoker, which will be my competition smoker, and then when I get time to do the stainless steel smoker that I want to do. So, and the other guys will do some videos as well. You guys have met Steve on a previous video. He and I are kind of I guess you'd say the heads of the team, but Steve's brother Gary is one of the mother porkers. He usually does chicken at our competitions. And then my buddy Mike. Mike's kind of our brother. When he can join us, he joins us. But you'll get to meet Mike probably a little bit. And his shop has the welder and all the equipment. He's the one who taught me how to weld. So I'll definitely be doing some videos from there. And hopefully they can all show you their different cookers. All of us have different things that we like to cook on, and different foods that we like to cook and smoke and things like that. And more excitingly is tomorrow. More excitingly, it's not a phrase. I'm just drinking. What I'm excited about is a video I'll be able to do next week. I got one of the Kettle, kind of stackable Kettle things to make my Weber into a wood-fired pizza oven. And we'll do a review on that and unboxing that and check it out and see how well that works. My kids love pizza. I love pizza. My wife, that's her favorite food. And we've done all kinds of different ones over the years. In St. Louis we got access to Provel cheese, which most of you guys have never heard of. It's most commonly found on like Emo's Pizza. It's like a really highly processed provolone. It's interesting. I don't even know how to really describe it to people until they've had it. But we'll do some pizzas with some Provel cheese and get Steve to come over. He does steak pizzas and uses A1 sauce as kind of the base, and really, really good. So hopefully we can show you guys how we do that, and we can figure out how to do this pizza oven thing without burning things the first couple times. And then I've got some ribs. I'll do a rib video coming up. I bought some Victory Lane Barbecue. I bought their peach rub, and I really like peach on that type of stuff. So I'll get some peach preserves, and I'll get some peach juice, and do a full-on kind of set of peach, infused ribs, and I think that'll be fantastic. But anyway, guys, I think it's about time we go check on our chicken and see where it's at. All right, let's give these things a little temperature reading. I got a thermal pen, that part of the thigh there. But 133, 134. Still got a ways to go. The color is starting to come across. Nice bright red, little brown. And the aroma is outstanding. Our wood splits are still smoking away. Check on them again here in about another half hour or so. Alright everyone, I've just gone ahead and taken a thermopen reading, and we're hitting about 165, 166. So to help these skins crisp up, got a little unsalted butter. This will slowly melt out over the skin to help to crisp the skins up. They're looking really good. They got a great color brown on them right now. Smells wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff to make a really light, very easy, very thin sauce to put on top of these, and that way it's real barbecue chicken. I'm not going to add any spices or any heavy heat to the sauce, just a real basic, straightforward barbecue sauce. And we'll start saucing these, and as soon as they're ready, I'm starving. I'm ready to dive in. Let's get this lid back on and let them keep cooking. Alright guys, it's been a little bit longer of a cook than I actually thought it was going to be today. I figured about 2 hours or so. It's actually been closer to 3. But look at that. Beautiful brown color. The aromas of the rubs are still pulling through. They smell fan-freaking-tastic. I got just a little bit of charcoal left. Still pretty hot, about 250 degrees. I was cooking at 275 for most of the cook. I've made up a really basic sauce. This sauce is just off-the-shelf, store-bought, standard, barbecue sauce that I have thinned out with a little bit of beer and put a squeeze of honey into. So it'll still let all the flavors of the rub shine through. We'll get a, look at that, it's just nice and thin. Get a nice bright red color on it. Yeah, that looks fantastic. If you want to put a, more interesting sauce in there, go ahead. But since I'm really trying to taste the rub more so than the sauce, just did a nice thin rub on here. And the interesting thing is I can't really tell a difference color-wise on the cook of the Weber Cajun seasoning, New Orleans seasoning, versus the Code 3. I expected to have a much, much bigger difference. That butter that we put on top, it looks like it's crisped the skin up nicely. These are just really pretty right now. I'm very happy with these. Alright, I'm going to sauce these probably one more time and let this go for about 10 minutes. I'll sauce them again, and I think it's time to taste. So these turned out absolutely outstanding. They got a beautiful dark red mahogany color on them. That sauce is nice and thin. You can still see a lot of the spices through them. I'd say that in the very end, the Code 3 spices left a little more color than the Weber did. But there's still some nice dark areas in the Weber as well. So that could be a combination of me cutting it, some of the stuff falling off, which is obvious. But it stayed stuck to the chicken better on the Code 3 side. So let's go ahead and we'll pan up, we'll give these things a taste. I did finish them out at 175 degrees internal probing, and they got 2 coats of sauce. So I think this is going to be a wonderful taste test. Let's do it. First things first, let's get a palate cleanser going. Some light bush beer. Okay. So here is chicken done with the Weber. Alright? I've used this seasoning quite a bit. Never on chicken like this, really. I mean, I've tossed it into some rubs, but on its own, not as much. Make sure I get a good bite here with the rub on there. It's really good. Dripping. Good Cajun character. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. A little bit of heat in the background. Sauce isn't too overwhelming. I'm going to take a second bite of that. That's very tasty, y'all. I like that. And that's available pretty much anywhere. Juicy as all get out. Goodness gracious. And then Code 3. That way. Also very good. There's more heat present. Just as juicy though. My goodness. The smoke is a little more balanced in that particular bite. And it's got a residual heat to it, which I like. And almost a light sweetness on the very back end. Almost kind of leads you into the next bite. Man, they're both really good though. If you can't get a hold of Code 3, which I know some of you guys probably can't, but you can go to the website and order at Code 3 Spices. Google them and be able to find them. I'm not affiliated with them. I like supporting local companies, and they're good people. 50 cents of everything they sell goes to first responders or military, and I really like that. All my brothers-in-law are either military or first responders, so I'm definitely going to promote their products as much as I can because I really appreciate that. They're also really freaking good. There's still just this nice light heat on my lips, just dancing around a little bit. It's freaking outstanding. Super excited to have been able to do this cook today, and glad that you guys were able to share it with me. Thanks for staying on the channel and sticking by till the end. It's very much appreciated. Like I said before, we're going to do a rib cook here pretty soon. We'll do more rub tests and plenty more to come on the Mother Porkers Barbecue channel. If I had to pick one, I'm going to pick the Code 3. I do like the extra heat on there. I think it's just a little bit more interesting. But for folks who can't get it, you're running through the grocery store aisle and like, oh, I want a Cajun seasoning. Man, there's nothing wrong with that Weber. That's good stuff. I think it's a really good sauce, and I think it complements lots of different foods for sure, especially on chicken or poultry, something like that. So stay tuned till the next time. We have a show coming out. It'll probably be another week or so. We're trying to do a weekly sort of a thing. I'll see if I can get the barbecue team here with me to try and do the next video, and we'll have a few more mom jokes, and we'll do something else that'll be undoubtedly delicious. So until next time, if you're wondering about our meat, just ask your mom. Cheers, guys.